Hello everyone, welcome to Red Cave. My name is Aditya and we have Nirantar and Marish with us. We are learning about data analytics and business analytics. This is episode number 5. Stay tuned for more content.
I have taken the organization as a Lenskart.
Okay.
So Lenskart is a e-commerce eyewear selling company. So
Correct.
they sell lens. They started with selling lens. Then they started with eyewears such as glasses and all. So now when Lenskart was launched, the people were very reluctant to buy glasses online, and it was a very different scenario for Indian people because we go to the doctors, we take the power for our eyeglasses, and then we go to the optician and he prepares the glasses for us.
Correct.
So in case of Lenskart, what they were doing, they were taking the prescription of the doctor and they were delivering to the people at their doorstep.
Correct.
But it was a tedious process for them at the start. So they invented a different kind of strategy by sending a specialist at people's home, and with the different number of choices for the frames and lenses to the people, and they will select at a home. They will try to get the power of their eyes and select the frames, and they will online order there from their home only.
Okay.
So that's what that strategy they used, but it was not scalable, and it was only available in the top tier cities in India.
Correct.
But now after some time they discovered that if they want to pick up the customers that still want to go to the offline stores and buy the glasses that they want, so they started with the offline stores. The chain of offline stores, they have started from 2014, and since then they have created multiple stores in India. And what they do in their stores, they do not sell the eyewears right then and there. They just display all their designs and their lenses there, and we go to the store, we select what we want, and we just order from them. So the all the strategic thinking that Lenskart have done throughout the years, that adaptability to stay in the market, and to being on the road of growth with all the challenges that they faced. So that's what I liked about the Lenskart.
Correct.
And the business model that they have achieved.
Yeah. So, okay, I will give you a very small, basically, insight into this whole scenario. So, first of all, once you have a website and store, those businesses are called omnichannel businesses, which have both, right? That's the term industry use. Now, why Lenskart is scaling its business at this level? So there is an innovation which is lying under the Lenskart ecosystem, which they talk in their ads also, that their frames and lenses are made through robotic processes. There is no human person which is involved to develop those kind of solutions for any other
precision and
human,
accuracy.
right?
Yeah.
To achieve a higher accuracy rate. And why did Lenskart become successful? There is another short story behind it, is that there is just one company, I don't recall the name correctly, but there's one company from Luxembourg which used to dominate all the eyewear market in the entire world before Lenskart. So that company will develop an eyewear for Ray-Ban, Gucci, Armani, or maybe let's say something who are regional brands. So those will generate a lot of those will develop all the frames, and the brands will sell it under their name. So there was just one large manufacturer who was dominating this entire market. So when the Lenskart came into the picture, their whole process that improve it to this to a such scale that it becomes profitable, right? So though they are not still profitable, but they are reaching towards it, that unit economics is positive. What they have done is an innovation into their production processes, so that their cost attached to that production process goes less on less day by day, because they have to invest in the automation once and maintain it. Rather, if they would do something, as in, let's say, a business process or a small set unit, they would have to do it again and again. So providing quality glasses at cheaper price, that's what their main focus was, and that's what they are achieved through an automating process. So basically they have found an efficient way to do it, basically, right? So if you can think of any challenges that Lenskart might face in terms of business, and they will need an analytics team assistance to solve that.
Okay, so while ordering any eyewear,
Hmm.
so if they can track about one particular user, if one particular user is buying glasses from them, if they are repeatedly buying glasses from them only or not, that they can check
what will
through the.
what will happen if he is repeatedly buying glasses from them? What will be the problem that will occur? What kind of problem it will present for them? Because they are doing
It
business, right? So if someone is buying more and more, that doesn't affect them.
Yeah, they want that, right?
Yeah.
So they can they can track if it is happening or not, if the customer is coming back to
Yeah.
them or not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
that's what I'm.
basically, you're talking about retention.
Retention, yeah.
Now, this retention can be anything, right? But eyewear is its own product life cycle.
Yeah,
किसी ने आज चश्मा खरीदा तो वापस कल नहीं खरीदेगा, right? You
नहीं
are done for
नहीं.
at least 6 months. Or if
Yeah,
that person very clumsy, he might break it, and then you have to sell it again, right? So that's a
yes,
very
yes.
rare condition, that someone gets it today and they will break it in a week, and then they will buy again. So
Yeah,
always, any e-commerce store has its own challenge in terms of life cycle of product life
okay.
cycle. So वो कितने दिन के लिए यूज कर सकता है, that's the biggest problem for an e-commerce. So if you are selling in terms of clothing, he might not need it, that same cloth, for next year. तुमने किसी को स्वेटर बेच दिया इन मंथ ऑफ नवंबर, फिर तो डन है, अगले नवंबर में ही खरीदेगा शायद वो। जैकेट बेच दिया, अगले नवंबर में आ जाओ वापस उसको बेचने के लिए। सो दैट प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल आइडेंटिफिकेशन मैटर्स द मोस्ट. And what you wanted to say with the retention, I guess, is that same thing, that at what periodic cycle a customer will buy it from you again,
Again.
right?
Yeah,
And how many orders he will place. So figuring out that,
yeah,
because if your order cycle is longer, then you have to find new customers every time. तुम्हें हर बार कोई
yes,
नया कस्टमर ढूंढना पड़ेगा, because you have to build revenue. So let's say you are
yeah,
delivering grocery, तुमने बिस्किट बेचा किसी को, it's a might be a, at max it will last a week. तो उसके बाद you can sell it again to that same customer. So there are two types of goods again: goods that are necessity, goods that are desire. So desire goods will have more product life cycle, like a longer product life cycle, and necessity products will have a shorter life cycle. So that's a pain point for any business to identify. Correct. Next, anything else? 2 points I just wanted to take from you.
yeah. So what happened when the Lenskart came?
Hmm.
The brand in eyewear in India was Titan Eyewear.
Mm-hmm.
So but their starting price was from 1500 rupees.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lenskart identified the price range that could be affordable to the middle class Indian is about 200 to 1500.
Mm-hmm.
So they have captured that market for this price range. So
Correct.
they can identify through that, if they continue to do that with that price range, will they be profitable or not?
Correct. So, like you mentioned, they found out a niche spot where a lot of Indian mass is as available as a buyer, right?
Yes.
मतलब उस प्राइस रेंज में सबको खरीदना है, but no one
Okay.
wants to spend more than $1,500. So for that matter, if you think, what will help them? Innovation in process, will help them. अगर
Yeah.
मैं एक स्पेक, मैंने एक 10 लाख का रोबोट खरीदा विच इज बिल्डिंग स्पेक्स फॉर मी, या फिर 3D प्रिंटर खरीद लिया फॉर एग्जांपल, तो मेरी एक स्पेक की कॉस्ट अगर 500 रुपये है और या 400 रुपये है, एंड माई लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट इज अगेन 100 रुपीज ऑन दैट, सो दैट बिकम्स 500 bucks ऑफ फॉर वन स्पेक, राइट? 400 plus 100 logistic cost, production cost. Now if you cannot change this cost because this is not in your control, right?
Yeah.
This is in your control. What if they figure out a way that they can reduce this to, let's say, 100 bucks?
100.
How they can reduce it? By improving the efficiency of the process, by automating a lot of processes. Because if you automate, let's say you buy a 10 lakh rupees of your robot which will deliver you the same output which 10 people are delivering, right? तो यहाँ पे you are saving 10 people human cost, and this will work 24/7. This will work in, let's say, 8-hour shift or 9-hour shift. So your efficiency goes up skyrocketed, right? Your efficiency goes 10x on the same part. So that's how they are playing on the pricing part, that they are innovating a lot, and that's how they are generating more revenue into the streamline, and then they are able to provide those price points to customers. That's what their strategy is right now. And obviously data backed innovations only gonna help here. They are building tangible products, right? They are into tangible products, so they will need a process improvement happening, or process improvement happening at every step of their business, so that they can become more efficient. And the best example that you can have is a Toyota. So if you, whenever you get a time, just read about Toyota production system. That's the most efficient system in the world in terms of manufacturing. So people basically learn from Toyota and build their own systems. So Toyota production system has become a kind of standard, like an ISO certification, where people follow all the things that they do so that they also can improve. So great, Nirantar. I guess you were very thoughtful in terms of how business function. Now we'll just move to Mayur. Harish, which company you would like to discuss now?
Fluke Technologies, the testing
Fluke.
and measuring instrument. Yeah,
Have I written it correct?
yeah, KE.
Okay, Fluke. Okay, great.
Uh,
What Fluke does, if you can help us understand?
Fluke is a testing and measuring instrument manufacturing company
Okay.
based from US,
Mm-hmm.
and they have 4 plants in all over the world. One in Germany, one in Singapore, one in China, and one in Taiwan.
Okay.
They basically manufacture all types of testing and measuring instrument that requires in industry for
Mm-hmm.
the measurement of different type of parameters that we use in the industry on daily purpose.
Okay. So
They have
what kind of parameters, if you can help us understand?
the basic electrical parameters like voltage, current,
Okay.
then insulation of the material,
Got it.
then resistance, frequency, electrical parameters.
Got it.
Yeah, they have basically 4 types in a Fluke: that Fluke networks, Fluke calibration,
Mm-hmm.
then Fluke retail, and then Fluke LTP and HTP.
Okay.
Their products are divided into these 4 types of teams. We can say teams, and they have the dealer network in all over the world for handling their marketing and sales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you
They
think like challenges will be for a Fluke like company to which can be solved through data? Like they would be collecting a lot of data points also, right?
As you can see, the Fluke is a very big company in a testing and measuring instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So they are currently they are facing the challenge of supply and demand.
Okay.
The demand of the product of their product is very higher than the supply.
Mm-hmm.
So they are currently facing the challenge for the manufacturing, because due to the COVID situation, their China plant is closed, and they are only functioning on two plants, Germany and Singapore. So their production efficiency is very less.
So production
It
capacity
comes to
right
half,
now it is 50%, if I
half.
have to say.
Yeah, half. Yeah, they are facing currently that challenge.
Okay.
And the product quality also is going down by day. Their meters are coming return from the customers due to error in a parameter readings. Then quality, the products
Mhm.
get damaged very quickly, or the accuracy of the products is are getting very low
Okay.
by day.
Okay.
Yeah, they are
Anything else?
facing currently that challenge, and logistic challenges also
Was this
due to
supply
the
chain?
war in Ukraine and yeah, supply chain challenge.
Okay. Okay. So let's just figure out this, right? Production capacity has went down 50%. So these are kind of external factors. So not always businesses revenue will go down by some internal factors. There are other external factors as well, which are takes in place. So for example, right now Paytm is facing an external challenge with RBI. RBI has banned their Paytm bank's new account opening. So if Paytm revenues goes down is because of external factor which was not their control. They could comply and get out of it, but still implementing those bans was not in their control. So same with Fluke, the 50% production capacity having that, they never would have thought it, right? Because corona किसी ने भी नहीं सोचा था that this will prolong this much, right? So that's there. This challenge will help them understand that how diverse their production system should be. So there will be few products which will be heavily impacted because of this, right? 50% reduction in production capacity. Like in out of 100 products example hypothetically, शायद 30-40 प्रोडक्ट ऐसे होंगे जिनका प्रोडक्शन हो भी नहीं रहा होगा शायद, बिकॉज वो शायद
Yeah,
प्राइमरली चाइना और किसी और कंट्री में हो रहे होंगे जहां पे अभी प्लांट बंद है, राइट? और आई एम रॉन्ग मयरेश?
yeah, yeah,
Correct. So diversification is something that we learn, right? That production processes can so here again it's a tangible product company, so यहाँ पे diversification का scope भी बहुत कम होता है. They cannot just simply put up a new plant everywhere to increase their production capacity, because once corona is over their other plants will be available for operations. So then what they will do with that excess capacity, because there will be less supply, there will be more supply at that point of time and the demand will be kind of a same or less in that same sense, correct? So that is something an external
yeah,
factor will cause. A product quality is basically, again I can link this to this particular scenario. Since the production lines are heavily pressurized because of demand, they would eventually miss out on few quality checks. Maybe the commodities or vendors, there's vendors which are supplying to that particular plant will not do thorough quality checks because they are also under pressure because of demand, right? And this can be figured out through data that the vendor was providing efficient parts prior to pandemic, but now they have gone down in terms of efficiency also. That's something you can look up to data and see. Now supply chain challenges, again these are something which will have an external effect. An external effect can be also seen in the commodity prices, like I already told you. तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि फ्लूक के पास बहुत सारे मटेरियल होंगे जो बहुत ज्यादा हाई प्राइस पे वो खरीद रहा होगा फ्लूक खुद, बिकॉज कॉस्ट ही कमोडिटी की हाई है. अगर उनको कॉपर वायर लगती है तो कॉपर का प्राइस बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ चुका है. इट हैज रीजन लाइक 400% समथिंग इन सम डेज. सो इन दैट सेंस फ्लूक का प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट भी ज्यादा हो चुका है, and but they cannot increase the cost that significantly into their products, right? Because then people might not buy it, they will go with an alternative that is available in the market. So supply chain can be look after data, that kind of sales that they have, the kind of supply they have across different regions and where the demand is coming from. So like India is setting up a lot of manufacturing units nowadays into maybe electrical or electronic manufacturing, and that they will require a lot of testing calibration equipment that will basically drive fluke product demands in Indian market significantly. So company also have to look at those factors, whether they should supply the increase the supply at the same level where the demand is, or they should keep it a bit low so that they can have a pricing power to the entire market. So I guess that's it for today. Great. So thank you for joining, and let's meet
Thank
tomorrow.
you.